What's up, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. Going to cover a question that has been a really hot one that's been coming my way a lot lately, and that is, should I apply to be a conductor, and is now a good time to apply and hire on with the railroad? So we'll cover that. Here we go. All right, guys. So like I said just a moment ago, people are asking, should I be a conductor? Should I apply to the railroad? Is now a good time because everybody's quitting? Here's some points I want you to consider before making that decision. First one, right now, the railroad, any railroad, not just the one I work for, all Class 1 railroads under a lot of scrutiny. They're taking a lot of heat, and there's good reason for that. And that is because the working environment sucks right now. Massive changes to attendance policies. The carriers have been dragging their feet for years on giving their employees a contract, and there's a push for one-man crews. So with that said, if you are considering joining the railroad, you need to remember there's an active push for one-man crews. And what that means is an engineer in the cab, they want to move the conductor to a ground-based job. So if you come onto the railroad and you're a new trainman or woman, there's a lot of speculation on how they claim nobody's going to get furloughed, nobody's going to get fired when they get one-man crews. Everybody's going to a ground job. Well, the ground jobs are going to be limited because they're not going to need as many conductors. And then there's only going to be so many people that can go to engine class based on how many they need. Honestly, there's a whole lot of room for a lot of people to get furloughed. Maybe even fired, laid off. I don't know. I don't see them having the ability to provide enough work for everyone if they go to one-man crews. That's my personal opinion. Take it as you will. And then the other thing is, if they do get one-man crews, is this really a job where you're not gonna want to work on a train? I know a big deal for me was I wanted to be a conductor because I wanted to be on a train. Not really sure how I'm gonna feel is if I'm a conductor and I no longer get to ride and work on the trains. So that's something to keep in mind and to consider. The other thing is you need to consider what you're upgrading from. Do you have a job that currently has good benefits? Are you thinking you're going to come out to the railroad and get rich? Listen, I'm going to let you know. I'm 4 years in, and I'm finally getting decent jobs, able to hold boards longer. Every Class 1 is based on seniority. You're going to be the low man on the totem pole. You're going to get the extra board jobs. You're going to get the yard jobs. You're going to get the locals and road switchers, the jobs higher seniority people don't want to do. And typically that means they're the less paying jobs. So keep that in mind. Okay. You're not just going to hire onto the railroad, get out of class, and woohoo, bingo, you get the highest paying job at the terminal. Doesn't work that way, guys. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about railroading. Now, I don't want to discourage anyone whose dream it is to be a railroader. I don't want to bust that bubble, but I'm going to bust the bubble of it's not all unicorns and rainbows out here. It's rough. The job itself is a lifestyle change as a whole, and then you throw in the complications and the issues going on with all the Class 1s right now, and you're jumping into a very stressful work environment. There's a lot of people that will tell you, do not come to the railroad. There's other people that'll say, yeah, come on, but, don't let go of that job you had before. Make sure you leave one foot in the door, because, if you listen to these Class 1s PR campaigns and what they're telling the STB that everything's great and they're going to have all these people, guys, they're still working in the background to do one-man crews. That's a big deal. So here's my suggestion. If you got a good paying job, you got benefits, you don't really need to switch to the railroad, but you're thinking, hey, if I go to the railroad, I'm going to get a huge pay increase right off the bat. I would highly reconsider your options here. Just saying. I've seen a lot of people think they're going to get rich coming to the railroad, and as soon as they get done with class, they're stuck in a yard or doing this shitty job, and they're like, I never should have left my other job. You need to keep that in mind. And then there are people going to say, come on out, like I said, but know what you're getting into. So if you're seriously considering this, go watch more YouTube videos, find local railroaders in your area and talk to them about the conditions and the way things are in the area that you're applying for. Do your research. Do a lot of research. Watch a lot of YouTubes. Read a bunch of news articles. Read forums, Facebook groups, whatever. Educate yourself before you jump into it, because I guarantee the hiring spiel that you're going to get from the company is not going to match real life once you get out there in the field, in the yards, and on the trains working. It's a totally different deal. And you're going to need to ask questions about what kind of attendance policies does this company I'm applying for have? How long is it going to take for me to earn vacation? What's the furlough policy? What's the attendance policy? Like, how many days am I actually going to have available to lay off, family time, emergencies, doctor's visits, kids' parties, kids' graduations? Guys, you got to do your research. And I'm seeing a lot of people that didn't do research now regret not doing it. And these guys aren't even completing class. They're dropping out in record numbers before they even finish conductor school. So guys, keep that in mind. Do your research. Know what you're getting into. And like I said, a lot of railroaders out there will say, don't do it. There's a reason they say that. And their reasons are really hard for me to disagree with. So guys, do your research. If you have questions, leave comments down below. Hit us up on our Facebook page, Railheads, or you can join our Discord. Totally free. So guys, hit the subscribe button if you found this video helpful. Till next time, here we go.